Hey, what's up everyone? How are we doing today? I hope you guys are awesome. Thank you for coming out. Alrighty, let's see what we can do here. What do we got going on today? Alrighty. Jedi, what's going on, my man? How's your day going? Awesome to see you. This isn't going to work. Hold on a second. I need to make a quick adjustment on something. One second, guys and gals. I will be right back. Alright, let's see if this does the trick. I definitely hope so. Alright. This should be a little bit better. So how's everyone's day going? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my Ace CC, whatever you want to call it, 850 ready to go. I'm gonna go start the wild card in our crew really fast, and then we will go get some racing going. Crew hangouts. I never really go to that from the map. I lost it for a minute. Jedi says awesome. That's good, my man. William D, what's up, buddy? Ooh, someone's already got the new car. That's a pretty cool looking car. Somebody said it was really ugly the other day. I don't know how they came up with that car being ugly. I personally think that thing looks awesome, but then again, you know, that's just me. Not everybody likes everything, so. Everybody likes different things. But personally, I think that car looks freaking amazing, but that's just me, I guess. Alright, wild card. Let's go ahead and start this up. Ba-bam. We'll earn some extra points here. What's up, Random? How are you today? Oh, gosh. Ouch. Hope you're doing awesome. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the first couple of races on this. And then I'm going to lock in my CC850, and then we'll go try and get some free parts and see if we can max it out. And then maybe try to win the prize car from the Showdown. Alright, Jerry, get out of here, man. I'm trying to do some racing. Gosh darn you, Jerry. Alright. One thing I love about these events, even if you don't have a car for the event, you can at least do like the first 3 or 4 races and get a bunch of free stuff, which is always nice. Alright, there we go. Ba-bam, race number 1. We got her. I think it used to get like 5 or 6 free races, and now I think they only give you like 3, so they definitely don't give us as much free stuff as they used to when these events starts, but honestly, every little bit makes a big difference, to tell you the truth. Every little bit counts. Alright, so you don't really like this car, William D? I think it's really cool. It looks like something from like the Jetsons. Looks very futuristic. Yeah, we got 3 free races right there. I mean, honestly, 911s look awesome, but I think this is a little bit better than a 911 personally. It's just so different. It is so different. All right, check this out. Oh, wait. I guess we get a couple more. We get one more free one. Why did it make me go back to the map? I never understand why it does that to us. There was no reason I had to go back to the map instead of hitting next race. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh well. So Melon, how's your day going? So we got I think we got 4 free races right there. Which isn't bad if you think about it. That's free prizes you wouldn't get if you didn't do it, so I'm not complaining. Alright, please shut up. I never read that stuff. I just go through it as quickly as possible. Alright, now I'm going to lock in my car and I'm going to go open a few crates and see if we can get a few stage 6 parts for it. That way I can max this thing out. And it's going to be awesome. Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. Melon says, going home in the tube? What is the tube? I clicked on the wrong thing. What am I doing? William D says, makes you go back. Yeah, but I don't think we were adding anything. It was still on the... I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, bad sinus day. Rare imports. I'm kind of in a crappy mood, so I'm having a hard time concentrating. We're going to click on the parts tab, and we're going to go ahead and... What? I just locked that car in. Oh, wait. I'm stupid. Like I said, I'm having a bad day today. Currently, somebody did something rotten, and I'm mad about it. Test of speed. There we go. Let's go open some crates. Alright, we're going to open some more crates. Come on, Donna, give me some stage 6 parts. That's what I want. The worst part is there's no guarantee I'm going to get ones I didn't already have. Right there, it looks like I got some tires. I don't know if I needed the tires or not, but we'll open a handful of these and see what happens. Come on, Donna, more stage 6 parts, please. We're almost to loyalty. Alright, come on. After we hit loyalty, we'll go back out to the map and see if we can install anything. Alright, what am I going to get here? A transmission. Perfect. I don't think I have that one. That will be wonderful. What's up, Joanne? How's your day going? How is your day? Perfect. We just got both the ones I needed. We are maxing out our CC850. Now I wish I could unlock this and lock my, oops. I guess I don't have that part after all. Close enough. Now I wish I could go lock in my other car. I don't think it's available for lock-in number 2, is it? Alright, so we're missing a couple of fusion parts, but I think we'll be pretty good. MaxTheGamer, what's up, my man? What is an LVN? Get the LVN, Danny. LVN. Alright, I am not good with abbreviations, so I don't know what an LVN is. I'm having a brain fart here or something. All right, let's go run this thing. Race type unavailable. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. There's a freaking update or something. Oh jeez, oh man. Oh, Donna, you sabotaged my game for the last time. I'm pressing OK and nothing's happening. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh yeah, the Bugatti's sweet. The Bugatti looks amazing. I don't remember liking the last Levator Noir or whatever, but this one actually seems really good. It seems great for a Bugatti. Alright, let's try this again. Donna, don't you break my game this time. Alright, I think we got her. I think we got her. Alright, perfect. We're gonna win this thing. Joanne, you're doing good. That's awesome. Max, how's your day going, my man? If you guys aren't familiar with Max the Gamer, make sure you check him out on YouTube. Hey Jay, how are you doing today? Awesome to see ya. William D opened 37,000 worth of bronze keys. Need 13 pinks. Only got 10. I'm gonna tell you what, man, getting those last couple of pink parts is almost impossible. Like, everything's great until you need those last couple of pink parts. Generally, once I've got most of the pinks, I just say, screw it, we're good. Because, I mean, I remember once spending 50,000 keys in order to get the last couple of pink parts I needed. And that was not great. Two, one, go. There we go. Sometimes this car doesn't shift very well. I don't know why. I know I either want to go into fourth or fifth really quickly, but it gets sticky gears sometimes. All right, 6.9, not bad. That's a very good time right there. This should probably do it to it. Max says I need to get in the fifth faster. Vincent, I guess you didn't get my reply on YouTube, but my understanding is they were having some problems with the licensing issues on the CSR2 hub, and basically it used pictures from the video game, and the game maker did not like that. So I think they had to take the app down or something. They were trying to work that out with them, but I guess since they use actual like screenshots from CSR2, natural motion or Take-Two wasn't okay with that, which is a bummer because it was a free tool for people to use to help them learn about the game. So I don't understand why they would have had a problem with it, honestly. It's not like they were making money off of it or anything. They made a really awesome free tool and said, here guys, this will teach you about all the different cars. And the game was like, nope. You're not allowed to do it. So I don't know if I don't know if they've scrapped the idea, if they're still trying to work it out with the game makers or what, but unfortunately, that was a bit of a problem. What's up, Luke? Alright, Luke says, first silver crate, he got the Kia. You know what, if you get it on the first try, that is 100% amazing. That doesn't always happen, so that's really good if you get it right away. Super cool, actually. You cannot complain about that. Tell you what, man, some earbuds are kind of hard to put in. Like a lot of in-ear monitors where the cable wraps behind your ear, they're shaped really funny, and it can be sometimes a little, you got to fidget with it to get it in there just right. Pain in the buttocks. What's up, Sid? Do I have any videos dubbed in Portuguese? YouTube has some sort of new feature where they're supposed to dub your videos automatically into several different languages. And I have that feature turned on. I don't know if that worked for older videos or not. Was I playing CSGO on this channel or was it one of my other channels? I'm not sure. That's a fun game though. I haven't played it in quite a while. CSGO is always a lot of fun. Max says 5K launch. Okay, 5K launch. So let's try this. 3, 2, 1, go. I'll have to ask Nitro if they're still planning on trying to get the hub going again. I don't know if they are or not, but I definitely hope so because that was a really cool app. MLM, what's up, buddy? Alright, so do I have a device on tuning that car? Not specifically. There's 1,500 cars in the game, and I have no idea how to tune the majority of them. I mean, generally I make videos on a lot of the newer cars when they come out, and then I don't ever use that car again, so I don't know. But I do have some videos that go over how to tune cars for different types of races. And there's probably a video by me, or if not by me, somebody else that goes over how to drive and tune that specific car for some things, but it also depends on how many parts you have on the car as well. Like if you've got a stage 5 part, a stage 2 part, a stage 6 part, another stage 1 part or something like that, you know, it may tune very differently. But the videos I have on tuning cars should, you know, those are really good because they'll teach you to tune your cars according to the parts you have installed. Now, a lot of the newer cars are a little bit different. A lot of the newer cars are a lot easier to tune than some of the older cars. A lot of the older cars were very part dependent. What I've noticed about a lot of the newer cars is the tune doesn't change that much as you change parts around, but a lot of the older cars, they could be wildly different just from changing 2 or 3 fusion parts. So I'm not super familiar with that car you're asking about offhand, but you definitely want to learn how to tune your cars, especially the older ones. They were very different. So Luke, on this channel I normally stream on Fridays and Sundays. What's up, Noah? How's your day going? Noah likes the new Bugatti. Yeah, it seems awesome actually. Hopefully I can win it today. If I can start paying more attention to how I'm driving the cars, I'll probably be able to get it. One of my main problems is I get to chatting with you guys and I'm very sloppy at driving the cars because I'm not paying as much attention to driving as I should be. Alright, here we go. I'm going to pay attention to this one because that car is going to be fast, I think. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, that guy was not fast. Okay. But Emma, sorry. All right, so bottom line though is when you're trying to win races, like if that event you're stuck on, generally there's 3 things that will make your car beat the event. Number 1, you got to make sure you have enough parts on it. If you don't have enough parts, no matter how good your car is tuned, unfortunately you're not going to win. So number 1, having enough parts on the car. Number 2, your shift pattern, and number 3, your tune. Those are the 3 things that have to be on point in order to beat some sort of event. So I don't really know how maxed out your car is or how upgraded your car is, but generally you got to have like 90% of the parts on those cars in order to make it through those events. Most of the time. Ah, Jedi, happy... Oh, your birthday's on Sunday? Happy early birthday, my man. I hope that goes awesome. DenMX, what's up, my man? How you doing today? But what's up, buddy? Good to see ya. All right, check this out. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, fourth, fifth, nitrous. I don't know why, but this car shifts a little bit on the strange side. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not. I just beat Shax. I beat Shax, guys and gals. Hey, Moringo, how you doing today? Oh, man. New man says I paid for the Bugatti because I didn't want the mental suffering of doing the showdown. Thing is though, showdowns are a great way to earn respect points, game cash, little prizes. Like there's so many good things for running a showdown. So in my opinion, even if you bought the Bugatti, you should at least run a little bit, you know, even a tank of gas a day or something. Oh crap. I got some really I messed up really bad right there. But it's totally worth doing the showdowns just for the prizes you get. All right. Three, two, one. Go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I missed that 5th gear again. I don't know why, but this car does not like to go into 5th gear. Hands up, I don't have all the pink fusion parts on my car, so it's not going to run in the 6.7s, unfortunately. Alright, let me try something. I'm going to try 2 shift patterns. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4 nitrous. Let's see what that runs. Now we're going to try 2, 3, 4, 5 nitrous. Alright, 6.910. That's a very good run. All right, let's see what we get here. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5 nitrous. My launch was a little bit different that time, so that could throw off the times, but did we run faster than 6.9? No, about the same. I don't think I've got my Bugatti Bullide maxed out. I don't believe. Hamza says shift gear is at 8,000 RPMs. Where are we at? Hold on. Alright, let's try that. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4 nitrous. So we're going to shift a little bit early then. Let's see what that does. That ran about the same time. Alright. The Lost Moose says, I don't have any cars upgraded for the Showdown. I mean, if you got a car that's available for the Showdown, even if it's slow, I would still get on there and at least do, do something to collect a few free prizes, Max says, killing your runs, Danny. Sir, I am not killing anything. I am not a car murderer. Alright, there's my bad joke. So you're saying I'm doing good on the runs? I'm trying to pay a little more attention on the driving right now because I do want to win the prize car. And due to the fact that I'm missing a few fusion parts, I'm still a little behind. I mean, 6.9s are not bad. Hey, that guy was also named Shax. What's going on here? Amazon, what do you mean let it run at 8th gear? Oh, you're saying don't go into 9th. We'll try that. Alright, hold on. It's going to be hard to live stream and remember to do that. 7th, 8th. Wait, there's 8th. Let's do it to it. It did run faster. The problem is I'm live streaming. I'm trying to talk to you guys and pay attention to what I'm doing. So not going into that last gear is going to be rough. If I were just able to concentrate on what I was doing, it would be a little bit different, but oh, missing the fusions. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to run slower without them. That's for sure. Alright. Let's see what we do here. So that was a bad run somehow. I just raced Shax again. Darn you, Shax. I could go open a few more crates and try to get parts, but the problem is there's no guarantee it's going to give me those pink parts that I need. I could spend like 1,000,000 keys on that. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, nitrous. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the car is a little bit tricky. It's an amazing car, however. I race Shax again. Everybody's named Shax. I love this car, but yeah, it is a little bit tricky to drive. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, nitrous. I can't figure out if 4th or 5th, either one is running similar times. Let's go open a few more crates. I'm going to check to see how many parts I got on my Bugatti Bullide. If that's maxed out, I don't think it is, however. If that's maxed out, maybe I'll switch to that. My guess is probably not, but we are going to check really fast. I'm pretty sure it's very far from being maxed out. I think I've only got that set up on a live racing setup. Gosh dang it, why does it do this? This drives me nuts. Whoever designed this horrible feature where you can't, god darn it, butt sandwiches. How do I get out of this? Stop it. Donna, you broke my game again. There we go. You click on your car to select it and it tries to go into the reordering your car mode. Who thought that was a good idea? What kind of person decided we should put that in the game and drive everybody crazy? Yeah, I'm not even close. That's what I thought. Alright, back to the Cohen seg. Back to the Cohen seg. I do like my CC850 a lot, though. I could use my universal parts. Stop that! I'm doing something. You know what? I need to check my tune. Nope, it's right. I got so many keys saved up. Let's go open a few more crates. Sometimes it's fun to yell at the pop-ups. Sometimes I enjoy yelling at the pop-ups. Alright, let's go ahead and do a few more crates. Give me some pink parts. Hey, not even one pink part? What a ripoff. That's the only problem, is when you're trying to get that last handful of pink parts, it can cause some issues. Ooh, we got one pink part. Hopefully it's one I can use. Probably not. It's probably not one I can use. Ooh, another pink part. Another one. I think I actually need those tires. Oh, there's another pink part. Another one. Maybe, just maybe. I can't remember which ones I need. I'm probably getting excited over nothing. Another one. Alright, let's go put those on really quick. I didn't need that, Donna. You should have gave me a better thing. Alright, hold on. Yeah, the Bullide's a cool car. I really like it. You're telling me I'm not... See, this is the problem. What I need is transmission. Alright, you know what? I guess I don't have any. I don't have anything. Why? Why? You know, it's kind of crazy. Just missing those couple of parts is making the car run a couple tenths of a second slower. So that really goes to show you how much those pink parts actually do for your car. They do a lot more than you think. I'm only missing 3 pink parts and the car is running that much slower. That's crazy. Is the Toyota GR Supra in my top 10 cars? No, but it's here's the thing. When it comes to setting up cars for live racing or finding cars that are fast, it's way down the list nowadays. However, it's a car that's very good at everything, so it's actually a really good car for new players. Like when you get that car, it's just a car that does a good job at anything you need it to do a good job at. There are far better cars in the game than that right now, but a lot of them are harder to get and harder to get parts for, so. It's amazing for a lot of reasons, but it's definitely not one of the best cars in the game. Now, back when it first came out, it was probably one of the best cars in the game. Now it's just a really nice car. But some of the other Elite Tuners cars that have come out are definitely a little better than it is as well. But honestly, it's still one of my favorite cars in the game. And I use it for a lot of different stuff. So that car still gets a lot of use for me. It does a really good job. It's crazy, just missing a couple of parts makes such a difference. Power creep is real. Yes, it is. In this game especially. When I first started playing this game, the Harkness Sesto Elementa was like the second or third fastest car in the game. I think now it's at like number 347 or something like that. Maybe number 432. They've just added so many cars to this game. It's crazy. It's completely crazy how many cars they have added to this game. And yeah, pink parts are huge. You wouldn't think just missing 3 pink parts would make you run that much slower, but it does, unfortunately. So I wouldn't say that GR Supra is in my top 10, but it's still one of my favorite cars. I mean, if I just want a car that's going to do good at pretty much anything, and that Supra is available, as long as I don't, it'll run a 7.0 if I max it out. So as long as I don't need it to run faster than a 7.0, it's one of my go-to cars for most things, if that makes sense. I can get that car to beat the dyno time. I can get it to accelerate quickly. I can live race with it with the right setup. It'll do most things, but not everything. Gosh dang, man. You wouldn't think that the showdowns would be that hard when your car is running that fast. That thing just ran a 6.7. New man says, alright, thanks. Hold on. It seems like with my current parts, it likes when I go into 4th better. Ah! So close. New man said I got 2 stage 6 parts on my Devel 16. Should I try the stage 6 shift pattern or stick with the... Try both. Try both and see which one runs better. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of variables in the game as how something may affect the car. But you're probably going to want to go with the stage 5 shift pattern, but try the stage 5 and the stage 6. And whichever runs faster from you, go with that one. And then you can even try, if whichever one runs faster, you can even try to modify that a little bit more to see what you can do with it, if that makes sense. That's crazy. We've already hit the wall. I'm telling you, the game does this to you intentionally. If your car is not maxed out, it intentionally puts you up against people that it knows are going to win. After you get so many wins for the day, the game intentionally does this to you. I'm sure of that. I feel like the matchmaking is actually rigged on a showdown. Right now, they want me to go spend more money. They want me to go spend a bunch of my money and resources to get more parts. I'm about 99% sure that's how they got it set up, to tell you the truth. Like right there, they put me up against a slow bot for some reason. It must have heard me complaining. Said we'll throw him a bone. Yeah, I'm back down to 1,000 trophies. That's crazy. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4 nitrous. Alright, I gotta try to pay attention to my driving. Alright, we gotta win. We got one. Instead of yapping, I need to pay attention here. What's up, Gilbert? He says, hello there from Puerto Rico. Gilbert, I hope you're having an awesome day, my man. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4. Alright. Got one. Paying attention to what you're doing definitely helps. That time, I think my launch must have been a little bit off. But yeah, transmission and body, those are normally really good stage 6 parts to have, so. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4 nitrous. Alright, I think we got this one. Ooh, that's gonna be rough. Son of a butt sandwich right there. Noah says, I'm lucky with a max 16 and this definitely is rigged. They'll keep my trophy score the same after winning 3 to 4 races in a row. I'll tell you what, it doesn't necessarily make sense how the trophies work. Sometimes you win, you get a big chunk of trophies. Sometimes you win, they're like, here's one trophy. You're like, what? Then you lose and they're like, now we're going to take away 547,000 trophies. I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit, but you guys get the idea. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try that. Maybe I do want to go into 5th. Let's see which one runs faster. Still lost. That did run a little faster going into 5th. But I'm telling you, they're intentionally making sure that I lose. I do believe this is rigged. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5 nitrous. All right, come on, little car. Oh my goodness gracious, we got one. Ah, okay. Max says if you beat somebody who has less trophies than you, you get less points. You know what, Max? That makes a lot of sense. I never put 2 and 2 together on that one. That makes perfect sense. Why didn't I think of that? Thanks, Max. Now we know. So if the car has more trophies than you, you win more points. Huh. That's interesting. Hold on. Oh man, I got a bad run. Alright, I need to pee, guys and gals. I'm going to take a quick break. I am going to hit the be right back button because my bladder seems to be like, hey, you best get to the bathroom before you pee in your pantalones. So I will be right back. Give me like 2 or 3 minutes. All right, I'm back. I have returned, everybody. I'm not sure if you like the idea or if you dislike the idea that I've returned, but I have returned. All right. Let's get back to it. Bam. All right, where are we at now? All right, I guess I lost on that last one. That's a bummer. Notice that happens to me a lot in the Purple Showdown since the cars used in it are modded more. Yeah, you know, it's a bummer that people do that. It really is. I wish people would stop modding their accounts. I mean, I get some circumstances where somebody would have an account like that, but honestly, people should not be going in there with modded accounts and racing against other players. It drives me nuts, man. Like, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody cheat to get an advantage over another player? I don't think that's right in any game, or, you know, cheating to get an advantage over somebody, whether it's a video game or anything else in real life. I don't think that's okay. But unfortunately, a lot of people do it. A lot of people do it, especially in games and in real life. Abaraham, what's up, buddy? How are you doing today? Scott, good to see ya. Max says the cheaters are usually running impossible times. Yeah, that's terrible. I think they add extra fusion parts to their cars or something like that to make them 10 times faster than they're supposed to be. Noah says modding resources is one thing, but modding cars that affect leaderboards and other people is dumb. Yeah, you know, that's just bad. It really is. But what can you do? Alright. Let's try and beat this guy. Uh-oh. We lost. He's got all the pink parts, and I don't. And I got a bad launch for some reason. That didn't help. That definitely didn't help. Oh my gosh. Newman says somebody's crew raced a CC850 that did 4 seconds. That's redonkulous. That's super redonkulous. That's all I'm gonna say. Super redonkuli. Windpoo says, I think you may need to work on the shift pattern. What's wrong with my shift pattern, man? Is it broken? Do I need to fix it? Alright. Have you guys noticed a pattern here? I don't know if you guys have noticed the pattern or not, but there definitely is one. That's kind of how you know it's pretty much set up to be rigged. I'm definitely noticing the pattern right now. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Up, did not go into the gear I wanted, but that's okay. Darn it. New man says I'm noticing a losing pattern. So what it does is I lose several races, then it lets me win a few to get back up on the trophies, and then it loses some more, then it lets me win a few. So once I hit a certain amount of trophies, it's just kind of like, nope. I don't know if you guys are noticing that as well, but I wonder. Wadario, yeah. Missing those fusion parts. If I can hit 6-8, I'll be lucky. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Missed the 5th gear again. I don't know why it doesn't always shift into that last gear. That drives me crazy. Alright. So once I get up to about 1100, it's going to try and make me start losing again. That's the pattern I'm noticing. Three, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And that guy got me. Alright. Billy says, BH, Danny, sir. I don't know what BH means, but hello, hello. Scott says, instead of modding, why don't people just get good and play legit? I think some people actually get some sort of weird satisfaction about cheating against other players and screwing them over, cheating them out of wins. I think people get some sort of weird satisfaction about that. That's my guess on a lot of it. Unfortunately, they're like, "Ooh yeah, look what I just did to that guy. I bet he's so upset. I bet he's so unhappy right now," and then that just makes their day. Unfortunately, people are strange, in my opinion. People like to be mean and nasty and do strange things. Yeah, if I don't get it today, I'll get it tomorrow or the next day or something. Every day it always gets a little bit easier, so. Vincent, you just put some parts on the new Bugatti. Which one? Did you get the prize car? Are you talking about the new Lavator Noir, or however you say it? That's a pretty sweet car. Dang it. I will say that thing's gonna be a beast. I mean, you don't need a lot of parts to make that thing super high on Evo. If you're live racing that though, try not to beat the dyno time by very much, or the game's going to punish you. Remember, beating your dyno on a low upgrade setup, the game will keep pushing you into faster and faster lobbies, and that's going to be a big issue if you keep doing it. So you really got to be on top of not running faster than your lobby time and your dyno time. Oh wow, Noah said he saw somebody hit over 3,000 Evo on the Bugatti. I wonder what their setup was. I mean, if you spend enough time fitting around different parts and playing with stuff, you can definitely find better setups than what I show you guys on the videos, but you gotta have the time to sit there and really play with the car. Alright, Max said it's better than the Maestro. The W16 Maestro is a beast. This new car is pretty freaking cool. It seems like it's going to be one of the better live racing cars in the game, to tell you the truth. It's one of those deals where if you can get it, you definitely should. GH, have I taken a sneak peek at the new championship Showdown? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm okay. Between my bad memory and the game popping out a million different new things every other day, it's really hard to keep up and remember everything for me. I don't know if I've looked at the Showdown or not. I don't remember, honestly. I know I'm a little behind on getting videos up for those Showdowns. I kind of miss doing these silver key videos as well, but one of the main reasons I stopped doing them is I got a lot of health issues. I got an autoimmune disease with really messed up nerve and muscle conditions. And I can't sit in my chair very long. Like it's just torture sitting in my chair for long periods of time. And I got to make a video for my other channel on Fridays. And I was squeezing in the second video, and it just, I don't know. My autoimmune thing flared up a while ago, and it hasn't really calmed back down enough to where I can spend a little more time on my chair again. So I haven't really been making those crate opening videos. They're fun, but they're not super important. I just feel like there's more important things to get out than a crate opening video. Because there's really nothing in those that anybody's going to find helpful for the most part anymore. Used to be we could figure out the algorithm and find like a trick to win the cars quicker, but not so much anymore. So but I'll tell you, between my two gaming channels and my audio and tech channel, I probably do between live streams and videos, I probably put out somewhere between 60 and 80 a month. It's crazy. Max says it's hitting 2,700 without any stage 6, which is completely amazing, actually. If you don't have any stage 6 and you've got that, or thanks, my friend. Yeah, I actually lay down when I live stream, since I can't sit in my chair. I got a live streaming setup where I can lay down and live stream. It's uncomfortable, it's a pain in the butt, it's awkward, but it works. I can make it work. Actually, you know what? You guys want to see what my live streaming... This is how I live stream. I actually have a photo of it I was going to use for something else. I'm going to make a video on my live streaming setup, but this is basically how I live stream, since I can't sit in a chair very long. It's a pretty crazy setup, but I've been meaning to make a video for rating like a gaming setup or a live streaming setup for like a disabled person or somebody who's bound in bed, but I just haven't got around to making that video yet. I just haven't had time. It works. It definitely works. But yeah, it's a major pain in the buttocks, but we can do it. Yeah, the LVN La Voiture Noire is definitely better than the 919 Street. Scott, it is pretty crazy, actually. It's ridiculous, but I make it work. I got green sheets because I can use it like a green screen so people can't really tell that I'm laying down. Took me a while to find some nice green sheets I could use. Winfu says, sorry to hear that, Danny. Yeah, it's not a lot of fun. I just got a... Alright, the good news is, on March 3rd, I've got an appointment with a new neurologist who swears to me he's not going to be like the other doctors who just don't want to try and help and just push me out the door and say, why don't we just send you to somebody else? So it looks like I found a doctor who's finally willing to try and dig into this and see if they can help me out. So far, I go to a doctor and they say, okay, well, all we can see is that your body's attacking itself, but, you know, nothing in the blood test 100% pinpointed why. And since I don't really want to deal with it, I'm just going to send you to this other doctor. I go to that doctor, he runs a couple of blood tests, and he goes, well, you know, I don't think I want to deal with this either. Let's just send you to that guy. The next guy goes, yeah, I can see you're having problems, but I'm not interested. Just go to this dude instead. So it's been like that for the last 10 years. You wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months to get into a specialist just for them to do that crap to you. These people shouldn't even be doctors. But my neighbor, she's got some really bad issues as well. Kind of similar to what I got, just a little bit different. And she found this doctor. And she recommended me. I called them up and they were like, oh, we're not taking new patients. I'm like, oh, man. So I kind of explained to the lady who answered the phone what I had going on. She's like, oh, that sounds awful. She's like, let me talk to the doctor. And the next day they called back and said, yeah, we'll take you. He agreed to go ahead and bring you in. So he seems like a really good guy. Sounds like a great doctor. So I'm really hoping finally I'm just going to find a doctor that's not going to shove me out the door and say, sorry about your luck, my man, but I'm not here to help you out. But it's awful. I mean, you would think if a doctor brings you in and they don't know what's wrong with you, they would actually try to figure it out, but they don't care. They're just not interested if they can't figure it out right away. It's terrible. Hey, Daniel Kruger, how you doing today? I hope you're doing awesome. Thanks for stopping by. All right, okay, where am I at? I'm not even paying attention at all here. I'm just yapping. Was I winning? Was I losing? I'm not sure. But yeah, modern healthcare is pretty crappy. How many trophies do I have? Oh, I'm down trophies. Ah! What do family doctors do nowadays? If you've got a cold or the flu, they tell you you've got the cold or the flu. If you have any major health problems, they try to decide what specialist to send you to. That's pretty much it. So they're there for common, basic medical needs only. But generally, though, if you need to go see a specialist, you got to go to your regular doctor and have them send you a referral to the specialist. So that's about all they do. They're great if you got a cold, or you got the flu, or you got COVID, or, you know, something basic. But if you got real problems, they don't know anything about that. Have I tried holistic or Chinese medicine? I don't know. I've tried so many things. I don't really know exactly what holistic means. I mean, I know it's like natural. I've changed my diet. I've tried a lot of different supplements that are supposed to help. I don't know anything about Chinese medicine, though. AJ says, AJ, what are you asking, my man? Are the Furies good on the tap? I'm not sure what you mean. Fury? There's a robot called Fury, but I don't think there's any weapons called Fury. I'm not sure what you're asking about, my friend. Can you double check on the name of the weapons? He's asking me questions about the War Robots game, guys. Just so you know. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, nitrous. And... Alright. I think if you know how to play a Teth well, most weapons will work on there, unless they're terrible. Alright, we're good. We're getting back up in trophies. Alright, let's go see what's in the other showdown. The game is definitely not going to let me do much better than 1100 trophies today, so let's go check out the other showdown. Hopefully I got a car that's set up for that. I don't know if I do or not. I don't remember what's in there. Oh, you're the Blaze. Alright, so you're talking about the flamethrower weapons, right? I believe you're talking about the old school flamethrowers. Or is that the rockets with the, are we talking about rocket weapons or flamethrowers here? Personally, I don't like either one. Personally, I think the flamethrowers are a terrible weapon because it's really hard to hit people with those. If somebody's moving or a robot's flying or something like that, especially if they're moving quickly or flying, you're going to have a really hard time. You're going to have an extremely hard time hitting somebody with those. Now, if you're talking about the rocket weapons, they got like the fire blast charge or whatever. Personally, I hate those things for some reason. Ooh, the GR Supra. Why do I constantly call it a GR Supra? I constantly call this thing a GR Supra. It's not. Does the Jesco have a good live racing setup? Not really, but you can make the Jesco beat the dyno time. Now, I know there's more than one Jesco. I'm pretty sure they can all beat the dyno by a lot, if I remember correctly. But it could possibly depend on which Jesco you're using. Oh, so the Mirix type of weapons are great on pretty much any robot, AJ. If you've got those and you throw those on a Teth, I think that would be a great setup. Just remember those weapons do more damage the closer you get to the enemy. So you got to be at like 50 meters or closer to do the absolute most damage with most of those shotgun style weapons on war robots. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. I think I just want to do second nitrous on this car. Well, one thing about the Jesco, if you can beat the dyno time by a lot, you can definitely win live races. But you got to be really careful not to get pushed into faster and faster lobbies when you're doing that. So in my opinion, it's not an ideal live racing car. It'll definitely work for live racing, but I think it's very unideal. It can be excellent and terrible at the same time if you're not really careful with it. You really got to know how to set that thing up as well. It's kind of a pain in the butt, actually. I really like the Jescos for like everyday stuff, but it wouldn't be one of my top choices for live racing because you just gotta really pay way too much attention to it to make sure it's not being pushed and all that good stuff. Oh wow, it's 50 degrees outside today. That's awesome, actually. I honestly wish it could be like 50 every day. I think it's supposed to get cold again, however. We had a couple of warm days, then it got cold again, then a couple of warm days, and I think we're getting cold weather again in a couple of days. So the weather's crazy. Scott, what do you mean by upcoming events and cars to look out for? So I know they just added a whole nother group of brand new cars to the game again. I haven't got to watch it yet, but I saw Nitro put out a live stream on the brand new cars again. So a whole huge group of new cars just got added. I don't really have any information on those cars yet. Or maybe you're just talking about some other random upcoming events. I don't have a good enough memory to remember exactly what's coming up or any of that stuff because my memory sucks. What time will the robots? All right, so AJ, probably about 12 noon Eastern time. So 12 p.m. Eastern time zone. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but you can always get online and look up what time it currently is in the Eastern time zone, and then you can figure out how many hours difference that is for you. 12 p.m. Eastern time. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. I don't know why, but I really like this GR86. I think this is a great car. It doesn't look very good on this racetrack, however. This particular color doesn't look good on this racetrack. Maybe I would have been better with a nice shiny black. Hey Jay, you're welcome. Alright, Scott's been reading the blog update. Yeah, if you go to their website, sometimes they put out a whole thing on there. Somehow I forgot to make a video about the upcoming, this season's upcoming stuff, so I think I missed out on some of that. I don't remember what happened, but for some reason I never got around to making that video this time. I think there was just so many events popping up. And then I was trying to bust out those how to drive videos for the new cars. It's really hard to keep up with everything. There's so much new stuff. Scott said it's 5:45 p.m. in the UK. It's 12:45 p.m. here in the United States. That's a pretty big time difference, actually. I never really thought too much about other countries when thinking about my live stream times. That's interesting. According to YouTube, the majority, probably 80% of my viewers are from the United States. Maybe 15% are from India, and then the rest are mixed other places, something like that. But most of my viewers were from the United States and India, on both of my channels, actually. So I always kind of wonder why people from India like my channels, or if just a lot of people from India play these particular games. I just thought it was really interesting. My brain always wonders why things do what they do. I'm like, why do all these people from India like my YouTube channel? Since I'm English speaking, I would have thought most of my viewers would have been from, you know, countries that mainly speak English, but people from India love me. Alright, what happened? That's one place. I don't really know what India is like, but that's one place I would like to go visit someday. Never will, but it seems like a cool place. Seems like a very different and unique place compared to what we're used to. Alright, guys and gals, we got a problem. Wimpu says the big population base in India. What's a population base? All right, SL. Kirby is from SL. SL. Where's SL? I have no idea. I don't know what that is. What's up, Eddie? How are you doing today? Oh, Forest from the Caribbean. That's another place that would be cool to go someday. Due to the fact that you're not getting me on a boat or a plane and that I have so many health problems, I'm probably never going anywhere. So. I'm stuck right here. AJ is from Mexico. I got a friend from Mexico. I guess he lives by that pyramid out there. That's one thing I would like to go see, is like some of those weird things around the world. Supposedly, if you go to that pyramid, I think it's what, Chichen Itza or something? Supposedly, people say you can just feel like all of this energy radiating off of that pyramid. It'd be neat to go see something like that. Now, why am I driving my car wrong? I'm not paying attention again. Oh, man. You're from Fiji Island. I've had Fiji water in the water bottles. I've never been to Fiji, however. Winpu's Chinese, but you live in Toronto. I've been to Canada. That's one country I've been to, is Canada. I went to the casino. I think I was like 18. I went down there with 20 bucks and I came back home with like 500 bucks. It was pretty sweet. No, I might have been, I think I was 20. I don't remember. I was young. I was a wee little one back then. Just a wee lad. But yeah, I just remember we took 20 bucks down there, came home. I felt like I won the jackpot. I guess winning a few $100 isn't much, but when you go to a casino that's kind of designed to steal all your money, coming back with a few $100 is nice. Eddie's from the USA. Winpu, so you're saying like there's a huge amount of people that live in India? I think. Oh man, Sri Lanka. I've heard of that. I'm not super familiar with a lot of places and what they're actually like. Some people, I'm going to tell you what, some people who have really got to travel everywhere and see everything, in some ways that would be really cool. But I bet it would be kind of rough though, always just traveling and flying on planes and going places. I think that would be really rough. But awesome at the same time, if you weren't afraid of planes. Oh, really? Max says... So, all right, Max, so you're saying India's one of their like native languages is English, huh? I did not know that. Huh. I had no idea. I guess that makes sense then. That would make a lot of sense. I kind of wish they would teach everybody in every country one language, whether it's English or Chinese or Japanese, whichever one's the easiest to learn. I feel like they should teach everybody that. That way everybody in the world knows the same language. I'm not saying they should give up their own language because, you know, they should be able to, I think every country should learn their own language, but then there should also be like a universal one that everybody knows as well. That way everybody can understand each other and properly communicate when needed. That would just make life so much easier if everybody did that. Illy says, please like and subscribe. Yes, that would be very nice. Thank you, thank you. Alright. Invoker, hold on a second. The Mercedes that we had for Showdown, the G-Wagon, are you telling me that you were able to beat Tempest with no stage 6 parts on the G-Wagon? Or are you asking? I think you're saying you were able to beat Tempest. So were you? I don't remember too much about that. I know I got a video that goes over that car. So you were able to hit the 0 to 60 time? That's the hard part, is that 0 to 60 in 1.37. So if you were able to get that without too many stage 6 parts, that would be great actually. What's up, Rackman? How's your day going? We only got a couple more minutes left on the stream, everybody. But honestly, if you find a car that beats Tempest pretty easily, that's always a good thing. I actually started making some sort of a spreadsheet, and something happened to it. The bad news is there's so many freaking tier 4 cars in the game. It would take so long to go retest them, but the good news is when I make videos on how to drive a tier 4 car, I normally check to see if I can figure out how to get it to beat Tempest and put that on the video. But I do remember the G-Wagon being one of the cars that can do it, but if you don't need too many parts, that's even better, actually. Rackman, what about John's tuner pit? Are you talking about the one for the new Supra that's coming up? I don't think that's supposed to start till sometime in March. Or are you talking about one of the tuner pits that have currently started? I don't really remember which one's John's, but all those tuner pit events are pretty much the same so far. Basically, you know, the event starts, you run it, and hopefully you can beat it before the timer runs out. That's the bad part. I kind of wish they wouldn't add times on those. Alright, so if it says, okay, you're probably talking about the one that's currently going, that's about to end. So the one for the GR86. Bottom line is, you got 2 days to finish the event, and then if you don't, it goes away forever. So I'm not really sure what you're trying to figure out about it, but let me go look on my map. Let's go look at the map. We only got like 5 minutes left on the stream, so. As far as I know, the new one's not supposed to pop up for a few days here. Did they start it early? Let's go look. So, For me, the new Legends hasn't started because I haven't beat the old Legends yet. I'm still working on getting... Oh, it is up. It starts in 2 days. Alright, so this is the one for the new Supra. Okay. I haven't really played with this Supra too much, but I think it's going to be a pretty decent car. I'm having a really hard time. So, making videos on how to drive these cars is super time consuming. I got to spend a couple hours playing with each car, then record the video. I mean, generally I would say anywhere between like 4 to 6 hours to make one of these videos. Finding the time to make all these extra videos on how to drive the cars is rough right now because the game's loading us down with so much new stuff. I'm definitely going to try to get one out for this Supra though. But yeah. So I'm sorry if I'm running behind on videos on how to drive the cars, but the good news is there's other YouTubers out there who do get some videos that at least give you an idea of what the car is going to be like if I don't get one out. I try really hard to keep up with all the new stuff that's popping up, but lately I feel like I'm just behind on everything. I know I'm behind on so much stuff right now, it's crazy. I haven't been feeling well, and I don't know, things aren't going great. So I just went to a lung, ear, nose, throat doctor. They found a bunch of I guess I got a bunch of lung problems. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I got to see the copy of the test. So what they did is they gave me all these breathing things, and then they gave me like an inhaler. They made me take an inhaler, and then they redid the test. And without the inhaler, like the tests were all in the red. After the inhaler, they were all back in the green. So I guess I got some sort of lung problems. But I've kind of noticed, like, even if I'm out, I notice if I'm out walking and I'm talking at the same time, I get out of breath really quick. So I guess it makes sense that they found I've got lung problems. I was kind of expecting them to say there was something wrong. I haven't quite heard back I haven't really heard back what it is yet, but I did see the test results and I can see there's a issue there. What was I just about to do? I don't remember. I was going to do something. All right, that's finished. Anytime you see a crew cup or something on the map, always check to make sure it's finished, because if you're in a crew, it's really important to do those. Those little crew cups and token cups are extremely important. All right, this is a rerun event. I always wonder if they're going to start, I really do wonder if they're going to start rerunning the Elite Tuners events at some time. One of the biggest problems I have with this game right now is they have Elite Tuners events going and Legends events going, and there's no possible way to get enough Elite Upgrade tokens to do both at the same time. You pretty much got to pick your favorite and skip the others. So I like the Elite Tuners cars. So honestly, for me, I'm sticking with the Elite Tuner stuff, and I'm kind of ignoring Legends. Back in the day, the game was never set up that way. Back when Zynga was Zynga, before Take-Two bought it, they always made sure you had sufficient time to finish events before the next ones popped up. Now they don't do that, unfortunately. I wish they did. AJ, thanks, buddy. I appreciate the kind words. Rack says, good luck with your medical issues. Yeah, they suck. Is the Supra the same as the one we already have? Not quite. Okay, so I did play with it a little bit. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play with it, but from the little bit I did play with it, I think it's going to be similar but slightly different. It's going to be really close, I'll get a video out for it here in the next couple of days when I get a chance. But I'll play with it a little more tonight and tomorrow, and as soon as I really get a good feel for it, I'll get a video out for it. But I think it's going to be close but different. Unfortunately, if anybody else is just tuning in, you guys are coming in right at the end of the stream, so we only got a couple minutes left on this thing. I'm going to put the ending soon screen up. All right, Chris says, hello, Danny, is buying tier 1 and tier 2 cars, then stripping them worth it? It depends. Do you need the parts? I mean, if you're a brand new player, it may seem expensive to buy a tier 1 or tier 2 car and strip it, but that's a very small amount of game cash to spend. So if you need to buy and strip a bunch of cars, I think we've all done that. Like when we were newer players, we've all done that. I mean, I remember spending about 30 million game cash just buying and stripping Lamborghini Huracans in order to max out my Lamborghini Huracan. Now, I will say that was a huge waste of resources. Now, back then, that was actually a really good and really useful car. So at the time, it wasn't actually a waste of resources. But if I were to do that right now, I would be throwing my resources in the trash can. So if you're buying the correct tier 1 and tier 2 cars just to strip and get fusion parts, if you're putting those parts into a car that's actually worthwhile, it's not a bad idea to buy and strip to get parts. Now, if you're putting those parts into a really crappy car, then you're just wasting your resources. So if you're buying and stripping, make sure you're putting those parts into something that you either need or you can get a lot of use out of. Scott says your health matters more than anything else, both physical and mental. I agree. Like, as many problems as I have, I'm surprised my mental health is decent. I don't leave my house. I haven't been to a friend's house in like 12 years. I can't go anywhere because it's a bad life, but I look on the bright side of things. All right. No matter how much my life sucks, I've got my YouTube channels. I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy making videos that are helpful to people. I get to hang out with you guys on the live streams and stuff like that. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's very fun. So having all the health problems, at least something good came out of it. I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't have ever started trying to do YouTube seriously if it wasn't for having the health issues pop up. And honestly, I wasn't even really intentionally planning on making a CSR racing channel. I was like, I wonder what will do good on YouTube. I want to get my main channel monetized since I can't really do normal things anymore. And I started reviewing mobile games. And I think one day I made a video to help a friend of mine on this game. And I posted it on my YouTube channel and sent my friend the link. And I think when I came back the next day, it had like 800 views. I'm like, whoa, what is this? I'm like, I'm going to make another CSR2 video and see what happens. So I did. And the next day it got like 800 views. It might have been like 500 or 3. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it just kind of fell together. You know, I made a couple of videos, people watched it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start making CSR videos. That's kind of how my channel came about, to tell you the truth. Yeah, AJ, I try really hard. I know the last week or so, I've been really slacking on answering the comments on my channels. One thing that's really stressing me out right now that I hate is I feel like I'm so behind on everything right now. I've always been able to stay on top of everything, but the last week or two, I feel like I've fallen a little behind on getting everything done, but I try very hard to go through my comments every day and answer. I'm just going to say this, like, it kind of sucks that my channel doesn't get a lot of comments anymore, but it's also really good. So back when COVID hit, I would wake up to like 600, 700, 800 new comments every day. And I was spending like 6 hours a day trying to go through all those comments. Now I wake up to like maybe, 200 new comments, and I spend maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 hours a day, most days, going through the comments. So it was crazy. It was crazy when everybody was home and, COVID hit, everybody was at home, everybody was on YouTube. My God, getting like 800 to 1200 comments a day. Imagine trying to go through all that. It was crazy. It was insane. Oh, I was seriously spending 6 hours a day just replying to comments back then. But if you ever comment on somebody's YouTube channel and they don't reply to people's comments, it's probably because they don't have time. I mean, imagine trying to read through even 100 or 200 comments every day and reply to all of them. And that's going to take you at least an hour or two every day. But if you're like a really big YouTuber, let's just say you're a YouTuber, you put out a video, it gets like 5 million views, and you wake up to 600,000 new comments every day, there's no possible way in the world that a lot of those YouTubers could answer their comments if they wanted to. So I think a lot of YouTubers just don't because they can't. But like my channel, it gets a lot of comments, but I can still usually keep up with it pretty good. At least I try to. But some of those bigger channels, there's no possible way they could reply to everybody if they wanted to. So if you guys do ever leave a comment on somebody's channel, whether it's mine or somebody else's, don't get too upset if they don't reply. I mean, there's a good chance that they somehow missed your comment. YouTube didn't notify them about it. They didn't see it, or there's just no possible way they can go through 300,000 comments a day. Anyways, guys and girls, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I do want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me on the live streams. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you guys and gals a lot. I really do. You guys and gals are awesome. Thanks for being here. I'll be back on Sunday for another live stream. If you guys like the game War Robots, I usually live stream on my War Robots channel on Thursdays and Saturdays, so I'll probably be streaming on that channel tomorrow. Just look up Danny Lightning War Robots. If you're bored, stop by. If not, that's okay. I mean, I get it. You guys probably don't like that game, but if you do, maybe check that out. If not, no big deal. Have a wonderful day. Thank you all. You guys are amazing. Lightning out. Have a great day, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye. All right, I need to find some sinus medicine.